Welcome back to Where is the Money? Now, the money is not with the working class these days. Now, we know the economy is not doing so hot. Contrary to what the administration is saying, the people are experiencing hardship in this economy.
Past due debts for Californians are on the rise and are close to 10-year highs. That's according to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. So if you're letting a handful of bills pile up, you're not alone, with the average Californian carrying $1,660 of overdue bills.
If you are taking debt that you can't pay back, and if you're taking on debt that you're falling behind on, and that's impacting your credit, that's a real problem.
The consumer bill payment data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York is sounding an alarm bell, not just for California, which is doing far better than states like Texas and Florida, with their residents carrying 41% and 54% more debt than Californians, respectively.
When are we going to stop paying rent and other bills? I'm ready for that. Who ready for that? Because I think it's about time. If we all did it at the same time, what are they really gonna do? You can't evict all of us. What, y'all scared? Y'all scared? Like what? It's more of us than it is of them. You gonna let them bully us? They too busy fighting amongst themselves anyway. Let's just do it, please, please.
Inflation is still up, interest rates is up, rent is up, utilities up, food up, everything is still up and sky high and does not look like it's coming down anytime soon. So with all this money going out of people's budgets, how many people are still paying their bills these days? Apparently, not many people are still paying bills in 2025. So some people feel like the game of life is rigged. You can't get ahead. Even with a good paying job, you still paycheck to paycheck. The cost of everything keep skyrocketing, especially if you're on a fixed income. Even if you're not on a fixed income and you're working every single day, overtime, and still barely getting by. The average working class person makes what, $65,000 a year? That doesn't get people very far in this economy. So some people feel like it's time to boycott all the bills. Who's on board?
I think there's a lot more people that's not paying their bills than media wants you to know. They've been real quiet about this issue. And I'm not talking about utilities like necessities. I'm talking about, I really don't think there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people that's not paying like medical bills, their mortgages, credit card bills, and any other bills, you've accumulated other than like water, electricity, and gas. Because I don't think the American government wants people to get the idea that if they stop paying their bills, nothing's going to happen. But I think that's what's happening. I know that there are a lot of people who stopped being able to afford their mortgage, and they're still in their houses, and it's been 2-3 years. Because whether they admit it or not, we've been in a recession for years. And I think once the rest of us realize that, wait, I stopped paying my credit card bill and really nothing's happening other than it's messing up this phantom credit score, and everybody's credit is jacked up. So now what? I think a lot of people aren't paying bills. So, I stopped paying some bills. I'm like, I ain't paying this mess. Shoot, put it on my credit report. I get it off.
We hear about the frustrations on why they're not paying the bills. We hear how people feel like it's a rigged game, but let's hear it from an individual that works at the post office about all the delinquent notices coming through to figure out just how bad this situation is.
Ever since I started working at the post office, motherfuckers do not pay them bills. You know how many late payment notices have I seen? I live in Texas, right? And then this is toll road, NTTA. You know how many shits that I delivered of non-payment notices? That's why the toll roads stay here, because nobody's paying them. I've also seen it for electricity bills. I think because Texas has no state tax, right? Everybody thinks it's just so wonderful living here, but they will nickel and dime you on everything else. But I'm not gonna lie, when I first moved here in like 2018, when I was like 21, I had this one car and I did rack up like $2,000 or $3,000. Talked to a lawyer about it. They said it's not tied to the purchase, it's tied to the car. I sold that motherfucker so fast, got me a new one. I don't even get notices for those shit no more.
So it appears it's very bad. Some people think like, listen, they can't evict everybody. What are they gonna do if we stop paying taxes, stop paying all the bills? They can't put everybody out. They're not gonna make any money. It's more of us than it is of them. Let's boycott for social change. I don't think that's a very financially smart decision to make. I mean, I get the principle, but in practice, they will evict everybody. They will put everybody out. They're not going to let you stay where you are, rent-free, utilities-free, without cutting everything off, and there's no backlash or consequences. So, I mean, if you are prepared to go the extra mile for this, to each his own. But I don't know. What do you make of this situation? Put your comments below. Let's talk about it. This is Where is the Money? Talk to you soon.